We finally have a leather band that is worthy of the Apple Watch Ultra. But this band isn't for the faint of heart, because the first thing you have to do is cut it. That's right. You actually have to cut the band to fit. It's a little crazy, but trust me when I say that it's actually worth it in the end, because this band is unlike any other leather band I've ever worn before, and I have fallen in love. The band is none other than the Universal FFFit from Foreign Function Form. That's the actual name. It's Universal FFFit. So you gotta say fit, because that's how you say it. I love this company. They're so much fun. I actually had the privilege of visiting their store back in 2021 with my son while in Orlando, Florida, and got to look around the amount of leather and just the way he makes everything. Everything's handmade in Orlando. They're not a big company. They're a small business, and they make amazing products. And this is one of the best, I gotta say, that they've ever done, because this band is hands down just gorgeous and awesome. Before I continue on about how amazing this watch band is, I did want to say, if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you love the Apple Watch, I make a ton of content about it, tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff, and it means the world to me. For all those that have already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're not, hit that subscribe button right now and you won't be disappointed. So the way you put this band on is like no other, and there's a lot of benefits to that, because the buckle is on the side of the wrist. So if you use a laptop, or you just don't like having any kind of metal underneath you, this fixes all that. Now, me, I use a laptop every day, and having this buckle not be on the bottom has been so great. So the way it works is you just kind of buckle it through like a regular watch band. But then what do you do with the excess? Because normally that just like loops into a side hold. Well, this actually goes behind the watch band. So as you're doing that, this is the reason why you actually have to cut the band when you first get it, because he makes a little bit of excess there. And you obviously don't want that excess going beyond the sensors of the watch itself. So you'll just kind of look before you cut. This is one of those scenarios that you just want to be a little more cautious. Like, don't cut too much. Cut like too little, because you can always cut more, but you can't add on to it, of course. So what I did was I just put the band on. I kind of looked where I felt like it would be pretty good. I actually have to cut it again because I was just a little cautious on it, and where I actually like to wear it, because the band also can stretch out. Leather does stretch a little bit over time. When you cut the band, once you have the sizing right, I recommend kind of curving the edges. Getting it through the buckle and then behind the watch band can be a little bit hard if you keep it a straight cut. Cutting kind of like a curve into the leather does help and make it a lot easier to get through the buckle and get through the back of the watch. Once you have this on, it feels so good. It's so minimal and just looks amazing, especially on the Ultra. I've worn it on both, but on the Ultra, it just looks, I mean, it's the band that I feel like was absolutely made for the Ultra. Now the band is $94, so it is a premium leather product, but I do have a link below that will get you, I believe, up to 20% off. I'm not sure. It's 15 to 20%. So be sure to check out that link if you are interested at all. Same thing goes for the original band that he sells, the one button stud. These bands are amazing as well. And if you have a series watch, I highly recommend them, because they just look, they're so minimal and they look so good. These are custom fitted. Like, you have to kind of know the size of your wrist to get these. Think of it like a solo loop, but leather. That's the way I've always imagined. This is like a leather solo loop, and it just looks, it looks awesome. Once again, that band is also $94, but I can get you up to 20% off, and the link down below. Now, I know somebody's going to ask it, how wide is the band itself? Well, at the very widest part, it is 25 millimeters or 1 inch wide. So personally, I think it looks great. I know a lot of people with the Ultra, they don't feel like there's a wide enough band for the Ultra. I think this one looks absolutely amazing. I think it's wide enough. I don't think it needs to be any wider. The hardware that comes with the band matches the Ultra perfectly. It looks great. It looks like the ones that Apple has. Like, I have no clue how he got a hold of these, but I mean, it looks like the Ultra band hardware. which is just so awesome and so great because, I mean, it just goes perfectly with the Apple Watch Ultra. So we finally have a leather band that is worthy of the Apple Watch Ultra. If you're interested in it all, click that link down below to save that 15 to 20%. I hope you have a great rest of your day. God bless.